don't see it.
Okay, Slimy. It's okay, brother. I'm gonna tag you. There you go. I tagged you.
Okay.
Tagged
So,
in it.
will you tell the truth about any question?
As long as it's like somewhat appropriate for Twitch.
That's a good idea.
It has
I
to be
have
like
the perfect
has to be
idea.
somewhat appropriate. I can't say like crazy things. Bob the Builder,
So,
bonjour. What's up, dude? What's up,
what is
Teacup?
something that everyone wants to know?
You can
Every
ask.
little kid wants to know.
I don't know, like whether Santa's real. Is that something you all want to know? Want to know
No,
whether Santa's real?
something
Santa is
else.
real, dude. Santa is real. Last time I went for 2.5 hours. Yeah, I have to stop this one in an hour. So like, yeah, I can't make this one a 2.5 hour stream. I don't think. Was it 2.5 hours? I think the music stream was 2.5 hours. That one went 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Look at the question.
Let me. Hi Ari, how's it going? Hi. Good to see you, Ari. Gagu is server muted. Let me unserver mute. I can talk, Gagu. What's up, Gagu? No set time. How long is it? It's supposed to be an hour. I can only do like an hour. Yeah, that's okay. Don't worry, Habib. We're gonna do the giveaway like 30 minutes in. So as long as you stay for like 30 minutes, you're good.
Look at my question, please.
All right, Slimy. How are babies made? Go ask your parents. That's not my job. That one's your parents.
I tried trolling you.
Yeah, I know you tried trolling me. That's a common one. That's a common troll as well.
Gold. What about my question?
Let me see. Where's yours is in here, Ari? What came first, the
Yeah.
chicken or the egg? I kind of like that. That's a good one.
The egg, cause dinosaurs. Wait, but dinosaurs are chicken, aren't they?
Dinosaurs are a chicken. I'm not sure about dinosaurs.
And dinosaurs also make eggs. This is
Some dinosaurs
confusing.
make eggs.
Dinosaurs make eggs.
All right, how's your day? How are you enjoying 420? I
This
hope
is
you're somewhat
confusing.
lucid.
This
Oh
is
my god,
very
I had like a
confusing.
great 420.
Awesome, that's dope.
Because
One.
dinosaurs make eggs, but
What's up, Sam?
dinosaurs are
Sam's here too. Sam, you do anything crazy for 420? 419 is bicycle day. What'd you do? It was crazy, Ari. What'd you do?
So today was me and my boyfriend's 3rd month. And I
Oh,
posted
congrats! 3 months. That's a long time.
And also I got high as fuck.
There you go. Yeah, I used to smoke a lot on 420 back in the day. Nowadays, it just makes me like super like
The
hazy
egg
the next couple
flavor.
days, so I don't really like it.
egg
But
came
I don't
first.
hate on it. If you guys want to, 420 celebrate, have fun. It's a good. We used to like get these gold wrapped like papers, and we'd make these gold wrapped joints. I liked more like just
That's
making them. They were just pretty. I didn't even like smoking them. I just liked making them.
I think the egg came first. The stone egg.
I remember now why I had the server mute, Gagu. It's because the mic keeps being very loud. Or is that Ethan? Ethan, what's up, dude?
I'm pretty sure that's Ethan.
Oh, Ethan, why is your mic so loud, Ethan? Very loud. Sam, does everyone come to school on 420? I'm curious at like Samo High, like, or do people just like skip class? Sam goes to like one of the cooler high schools. Probably the nation.
It's pretty
honestly.
normal.
It's pretty normal.
No one really like does anything.
Because everyone's like, we're just smoke all the time anyways. Like, just like,
Yeah,
what the
exactly.
hell's what's special about 420?
It's literally my school.
I know.
Also,
What's up,
I have
Slimy?
a great question for you.
You have a great question for me. Ask away. Ask
Yeah.
away. What is the truth? Oh, that's an open one. Here, let me go through. Let's see. Here, Ethan, Ethan here.
What is the truth?
We'll get
Your
to the
mother.
truth. Your mom's the truth. Okay. What is the meaning of life? Actually, I do have a good one for that. Here, let's go with Gagu. Gagu, are you here? Gagu, you here? What's up, Gagu?
I think the meaning of life is to do whatever you want to do, cause you control your own life.
You
can
do.
choose your own meaning of life.
There's some interesting theories about that. About it's called like determinism and. All right, let me see. All right, Gagu's here, but I don't hear from Gagu. You see that? That. Habib wants to speak. Habib, you can come speak. Speak, Habib. Habib, what's going on, dude?
Nothing much.
Nothing much. That was fun playing Warzone, dude. We almost got a dub with you. That was pretty fun, dude. A good time there.
I'm
dude.
still trash.
Oh, you're not trash, dude. It was funny how all our teammates were like, "Yo, bro, why is that guy just running into the room?" I'm like, "It's okay, dude. It's Habib." It was too funny. No, that's good. All right, here we got a lot of people in here. Let me start off the stream. All right. Welcome everyone to Actual Education. This is the Golden Hour, a hour-long AMA. You can ask me whatever I want, whatever you want, whatever I want, whatever the world wants. We came up with this idea, me and Ramton, because a lot of times during office hours, people just wanted to like chat about stuff, and I'm like, okay, cool. Well, how about I just make like a whole other live stream to that, where you can just ask me whatever about like life stuff or science. And it gives us more time to go through things while we keep like office hours for like, oh, do you have a test coming up? Or like, oh shit, or like, you not understand fractions.
Well,
in your
I have a
homework.
question.
Yes, what's up?
So, do you have to be in the stream to be able to get into the spin?
Yes, so in about 20 minutes, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a giveaway. So you just have to be either on the Twitch stream or here in the Discord, and then we'll enter your names into like a giveaway. CV Wen says, I'd be down to watch you work out for the hour. That's for Nick Merckx, dude. Nick Merckx do that. You guys know who Nick Merckx is? Anyone know who Nick Merckx is? Sure you guys do. Here, I'll find him. He's Nick Merckx is a very popular Twitch streamer. Does he still stream on Twitch? Yeah, he's this guy. He used to do Warzone a lot. Oh, I guess he does Apex now. That's a big game.
Look at
Yeah, he's been playing Apex for years.
Yo, what's his new game, Sam? It's called X Defiant or something. I saw it's coming out.
Yeah, I saw that. I haven't like looked into it at all.
Is it similar to like Valorant? Is what it is? I think so, right?
I have no idea.
Dr. Gold, I have a question.
What's up, dude?
Instead of like getting the $10, if I win it, can you gift me a fruit and block fruits instead?
Sure, if you can show me how to do that, sure, yeah. Or can I just give you Robux and you can just buy it on Roblox with Robux? And can you do that?
Oh yeah.
How's it going, everyone?
Yo, what's up, Ramton? Ramton's here. What's up,
Running a
Ramton?
little late.
You're fine, dude. You're fine. You're fine. I imagine you have students and stuff. It's finals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that
Yeah, I
happens.
think today is like the end of it now.
Is it?
Well, most of the stuff, because like I think the next week is the last week of exam, but that's like depending on everyone's exam schedule.
Right.
So like, you know, most likely most of the exams are done by now.
And a lot of them get done in like I think like May and whatnot. For me, but then UCLA goes till June. It's weird. They go like super late.
Oh wow. No, a lot of the stuff that you know I was doing are pretty much done by the end of it. Like I don't think it goes even into May.
Okay.
I only got a month left of school.
You only got a month left, and then it's off. Are you a senior this year? No, Sam, you're a junior, right?
I'm a junior.
Oh, okay. So this is the second to last summer before you're free.
I got
College.
prom in 2 days. That'll be
Oh,
fun.
prom. Oh, that's sick.
I have a question.
Are you
My
taking that girl
prom
that
is in,
you went like cooking with, the baking girl, the girl you like
Yeah,
baked things?
she's my only way in. Juniors can't go.
Juniors can't go to prom. Oh, so interesting. In my high school, juniors and seniors were allowed to go.
Yeah, it's just seniors for us.
Oh, she's a year older than you. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Hello.
Nice. What's up,
Don't
Ethan?
forget that.
Ethan, I had you muted for a second because your mic was just really loud and I didn't hear anything. Nothing coming up.
My bad. Too much
It's
stuff
okay.
going on.
It's okay. That's why I get server muted. You're all good. All good.
Yeah, also, Dr. Gold, I want to say something.
What's up? What do you want to say? I mean,
I just got my midterm report card.
nice. How'd you do, dude?
I can show you a picture.
Yeah, send me a picture. Send it in good grades, dude. We love to see it. Love to see it. Here, let's go through
I
some of
got
the
it.
questions. What's up, Sam?
I got a 1360 on my SAT.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah.
Not bad. Wait, what was the breakdown? Math and reading.
I don't know. I can check.
I got a 1420, so you're pretty close to me, dude. Like 1360. That's a decent score. Yeah, definitely decent. I got like
I got like an 1100 on my PSAT.
okay. Is the PSAT also out of 1400? Do you know? Or
think
1600?
so.
Sorry, it's out of 1600. I remember like I got mad at myself because I only got a 720 on the math, and I'm like I should have gotten 800 on the math, but like I didn't even take the SAT seriously because I knew I was just gonna go to UT.
I got wrecked over the SATs because like that was like 2.5 years after I learned English, and I was like, why am I?
Oh my
doing
god. Oh yeah. Wow. That's got to be like super rough. What? Having to do the English portion of the SAT and you just learned English?
Yeah, like it was rough because I was like, what are these words that I have to like memorize?
Yeah. Even I, dude. It's just like all this weird ass shit you have to like remember for the SAT, and you're just like, I don't know. What's going on.
Yeah. But then like I remember I looked at the math and I was like, is this like part of the same exam? Because like my math background was like pretty much I could have done the SATs in like grade 9.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It's not that hard of math, and that's why I was mad at myself for only getting a 720 because the math is not that. But it's one of these things where like they make it tricky. Like there are like these little tricks you have to know for the
Yeah.
SAT. Super
I
annoying.
mean, it's also not linear. Like you answer one
Yeah.
question wrong, you're down to 760 or something.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to get everything like completely perfect. And like towards the end, they start putting like the really hard questions. And actually nowadays, with it being online, I think they tailor the later questions based on how you do on the earlier questions. So if you get one of the super easy questions wrong, they won't let you like even get to the harder questions. It's like
I'm sorry, the SAT
adjust.
is online?
I think some of them are, or maybe I'm thinking about the GRE. Maybe it's the GRE is what I'm thinking about.
Mine's
Online.
always been on paper.
Oh, the SAT is also on paper. I think
You have to do like map testing.
I'm thinking about the
Yeah,
GRE then. The GRE is like that.
Also, Gold, you missed like both of them. I'm pretty sure it's 1500.
No, dude, it's
You got, like,
1600.
100 over and
Yeah.
100 under. I'm pretty sure.
No, it's
Isn't it,
800.
16,
It's
40?
16. No, I think it's 1600 is the max because it's 800 in each section, unless they changed it.
Yeah, I think it's 16.
Here, SAT max.
I'm pretty sure it's 16.
Yeah, 1600. Yeah, it's 800 on the math and then
Oh, it
800 on the
is.
reading. They used to do a writing component, so I don't think they do. Yeah,
No.
see the writing test score here. Yeah.
That's when I was doing it because it was 3
Yes.
sections. It was
Yes.
reading,
Yeah.
math, and a grammar. And as part of the grammar, you had to write like a 25-minute essay also.
Yes.
Like a
Don't
1,000
forget.
words.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, because I think I got a 700 technically on the writing portion. So like they reported the 3 scores 2120, but they really only care about the 2. It's just the math and the reading.
Dr. Ghost,
Yes, Slimy. What's up, dude?
look at my question.
I know you keep asking about sex. It's okay. It's okay, Slimy. I understand. I understand.
What?
I understand being 14 or whatever age you are. I get it. Like I know. You should really ask your parents. You should ask your parents about that one.
I made you say it.
You made me say you don't have to force me to say many things on this stream. It's okay. Like all right.
That's true.
My
Yeah,
plan worked.
this stream gets.
Wait, is the AMA family friendly or no?
Yeah, just keep it mostly friendly, you know, just don't start cursing too. I don't know.
You curse a
Mostly
lot.
I know I do. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. All right. Anyway, okay. Here, let's go through some questions. Let's go through some questions. Wait, this is the wrong window. There we go. No, that's the wrong window. There we go. That's the right
Wait, are
window.
we doing actual math?
No, we're not doing actual. Well, we can do actual math,
Okay.
but like I wanted the
Oh,
purpose
no.
of this
No.
stream to be more laid back, where you can ask like more conceptual questions, even about math. Like I think Noise wants a good explanation of group theory, which we'll do later, once he comes by. I'm just gonna here. Let's see what the first question is. Gagu, you had your
Gold, I
first
have a
question. If you have a is it an immediate question?
Yes.
Okay, what is it? Quickly.
What's 2 plus 2?
No. No. Okay. Gagu, are you here? Gagu, are you here, dude? Or he's not here? Okay, cool. Next one. Let's go.
I need to mute my mic.
Yes, that's good. Mute your mic, please. You're not here. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to find where we get to like the first like real question or something, because of course everyone's gonna ask some fun. Initial
I
Killer
have a
says,
real question.
"Can I sleep on your couch? If your parents say it's okay, sure."
Let's go.
You can always crash at my place. I actually literally like run a hotel sometimes. Like anytime
You
some
just
friend comes to
harbor-
LA, I just,
harbor random people.
I just not random people, but like, you know, if we've met at some point, you can crash on my couch. You know, I have like beanbags and
about me?
stuff. Sam, yes, you could as well. Yeah, just with the underage stuff though, I definitely need your parents' permission because like I don't want to go to jail for any weird shit. You know, like this is where always like everyone's always warning me. They're just like, watch out, you're dealing with kids. I'm like, yes, I'm going into the uncharted territory. I'm trying to help children, but there's always people
But
that
where are these
lawyers
questions?
lawyers make everything the worst. It's here. It's in the. If you go here, I'll tag you it. It's there. I tagged you, Habib. It's in the announcements. There's a thread. I'll put a thread next time in the actual the stage chat. That's what I should do. Okay. All right.
Hey,
Listen.
Dr. Cole,
What's up, dude?
did you see my question?
I haven't yet. I'm going through it.
right.
Here we go. I like Teacup's questions. Good. This is a good question. I like this, and Ramton can also help answer this one. So Teacup
Which one
says,
is it?
it's not specifically math based, but it has to do with podcasts and stuff. It's okay. So Teacup says, how do you see both the podcast, the stream, and the server evolving over time, as well as what are your plans for the future? I like this. This is a very big question, and there's a lot of parts to this. So, how do you see the pod?
Where is this question posted just to make sure?
Good. Yeah, here. Let me. I should tag everyone actually. It's in the announcements under the submit your questions
Oh,
here. Yeah. Okay.
okay.
All right. Let's see. Bomb. Where's Teacups? Okay.
Habib just fails at an everyone ping.
Yeah, it's okay. No, yeah, you can't. All right, Teacup says, how do you see the podcast evolving? Okay, so this is only the second time we've done the podcast. This is only the second episode that we've done. Eventually, how I would like to see it evolve is to bring on like more guest speakers who are experts in cool areas or want to like just talk about like what they do. I know sometimes people are like, oh, hey, like Dr. Gold, what do you do? What did you do in grad school? But there are many other people like me that did other things in grad school.
Not get bitches.
Not get bitches. That's actually kind of wrong. I got a fair amount of relationships during
I'm
grad
sure
school.
Gold got plenty of bitches.
I mean, there aren't many girls in physics. I mean, that's a whole other issue we can go into. But there should be more girls in physics, and that's actually what. Okay, if we talk about like what are my plans for the server, that is kind of another big thing. Is there is actually a huge stigma in the sciences and whatnot that like girls like shouldn't be in it for some reason. I don't get why it is, but like. I remember even in my grad school class, I think we had like 2 girls out of the whole like 40 or 50 people in my year, which is weird because like 50% of the population are women, right? So like, why are only 2 out of 40 in a physics PhD program?
Yeah.
Right? Was that a big thing
Because
for
I
you,
don't like
Ramton?
physics.
Not many girls in your program either.
Yeah, definitely. Like there was not a lot of girls, and it like I know that people were talking about like women in STEM. Like that was like, a big topic.
The
as
big
well.
hot topic.
And I remember like they were really pushing for being more women
Yeah.
in like university and everything. And there was a lot of like initiative to like for like first year students. But like the biggest issue that I saw with that is that you're too late. By the time you
Yeah.
get to university,
Mhm.
you are like you've already made up your mind of what you want to do. Like
Mhm.
not a lot of people would get into university and look at physics and is like, yeah, I'm gonna switch from like history to this,
Yeah.
right? Like the physics has like in my school, like we started with like 300, a little over 300 people. We ended with like 60, 70 people to like graduate. So like it's not the kind of program you attract people in, right?
Mhm.
So kind of needed to like bring people into like science kind of like from like middle school, I would say,
Right.
right? And most of the people, even like regardless of whether they were a guy or a girl, they were like, oh, I got into science when I was like 12 or 13. Nobody was like, oh, I got into physics when I was like grade 12, right?
Yeah.
Those like a lot of people who like said stuff like that, they ended up like dropping out or something. And so, and I think it's a gender issue. It's a more of a thing that I mean that culturally we don't address that until like end of high school, like university. And at that point, you're not going to change anyone's
People have
mind,
kind of
whether
made up their mind of like what path they want to go down.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's like, but the better focus should be just on kids,
Yeah.
regardless of like their gender,
Mm-hmm.
right? And let's just focus on kids and just get everyone into like science and like like get them excited with like something interesting as well. Like don't
Don't bore them
kind
to
of
death.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they did, especially like when I went to physics conferences, they always had this, oh, women in physics dinner or this. Well, they always make all these like huge special things and whatnot. But I think you're right that like at that point when you're at the university level, you're not going to convince people to switch to physics. Like they kind of no one's gonna be like, oh, let me try the hardest degree in this university just because like who cares? Let's just do it.
I took some physics classes at Stanford, and I don't think there were any girls in my class.
Yeah, no, right?
There were,
Yeah.
like 30 people.
But I think, say we were to go to like biology or chemistry, I think the amount of women in those programs is a lot more. I don't know why. I'm trying to think like what is so bro-ish about physics?
I don't know if it's physics, but it's kind of like the like women I know like just there is like definitely. I mean, I don't want to sound like there is a huge discrepancy here, but
That's okay.
like, there is definitely a little bit of more gravitation towards things that are more like it's not oriented towards dealing with a lot of people,
Sure.
right? So like women are naturally, I feel like from what I've seen, are more gravitated towards humanitarian sciences, like the social sciences.
I mean, you look at a
so,
nursing
like-
school, like nursing schools are all women, right? Why don't we be like, oh, we need to get more men into nursing? Like we don't do that.
Yeah, so like I feel like there is definitely a little extra layer that is added by the society.
Sure.
So like, in order for us to kind of we can kind of level things out a little bit more, but I don't think it would ever be like an equal split. Right? Like I don't
see.
think we're gonna ever get like a 50-50 for like across all programs.
Yeah.
But for physics, I remember I looked at the graduates in for undergrad, and it's like 83% to 17%, which I
Wow.
still think, based on what
I think
I've seen,
I still think that's even high. For
yeah,
the
exactly.
17,
Like, I
right?
still
Yeah.
think it's worse than that. Like that's on average. I would say.
Yeah, that's on average.
But-
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I would say typically, there is no reason for that level of discrepancy. 'Cause,
Sure.
like physics has like a huge discrepancy. If it was like 60-40, I would have been like, okay.
Yeah, like chalk it up to like there's gonna be some variation.
Yeah, but like 85%.
85-15, yeah. Or like Sam was saying, yeah, there's like nobody, there's no women in his class. You're just like, what?
Yeah.
Which is interesting because like there is a recent study here showing that actually like women are now outpacing men in getting bachelor degrees. Like there are now more women graduating with college degrees than there are men. And this is actually now causing also a problem, I think, even within the workforce, because a lot of blue collar jobs, guys are just dropping out because they're just like, oh, I look worthless now. It's super interesting, but yeah, to speak to like why they don't go into like physics for maybe it's just something like why do guys go into racing cars and why do girls go into like whatever? It's just like there are culturally probably
I go
a
drive
very
car.
what's up?
I gotta drive my car. Somebody's
what?
gotta do it.
Somebody's
Somebody's gotta do it.
Yeah, it's just I think different genders do have different interests, and I think as long as something's not systemically oppressing or like pushing someone away from it, then it's okay. It's okay for people to have preferences, Yeah. Anyways, that's
Listen,
like
somebody's gotta make all the scientific advancements,
No,
and somebody's
stop,
gotta build
no.
guys out of the house.
no, we can't say that. We can't say that. No.
Hey, I'm not saying who. I'm just saying somebody's
Somebody.
gotta
I'm
do it.
just that's the dog whistling, dude.
Somebody's got to be able to make the advancements scientifically, and
Yeah.
somebody's got to be the one going on the oval for 400 laps to get all the old guys to start fighting.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, when Tika asks, how do I see the podcast evolving? I think that would be another good thing would be to get more people interested, just young people like y'all's age, just interested in science. Because I agree, when I was in middle school, high school, I already knew that I wanted to do something in science. I don't know why. I was a nerd. I liked computers. I liked robotics. I was just like, I need to do something in science. Science is cool. And that naturally, pushes you towards doing, something either physics, chemistry, or biology. So yeah, that's what I'd like to do with the podcast, is to kind of make it more like laid back and fun and less like boring. I hated going to like, I feel like some people try to get people into science, but they do it in the wrong way because they just reinforce the stigma of like everyone's like a nerd, and like you you're not smart enough or something. And I'm like, no, you can be whatever level of intelligence, you can get into it.
Yeah, I mean, I like to make the argument for people that like when you get into science or math, it's kind of like the way of thinking that you also develop. And I don't like to give this example, but I feel like sometimes I'm forced to. But like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, that were both entrepreneurs. They both studied physics as undergrad as well. And
I didn't know Jeff Bezos was also a physics guy. I know Elon was.
No, he was like, there's an interview of him that he's like talking about he wanted to become a theoretical physicist. And he found out he couldn't.
He's like, I'm just going to destroy the bookstores.
Trying to be shouted.
So there is a way of thinking that you develop. Like, I don't necessarily say like, oh, you have to understand like all of math, but I feel like some level and some appreciation for math is definitely needed for everyone. I also think that the same thing stands true for like across sciences and even like history or geography as well. Because I think like these are all elements that kind of are ingrained into like our society evolving. So like knowing the some basic chemistry, knowing some basic biology, some basic physics, math, even like history itself. Like there's a reason that people say, oh, history repeats itself, is because when we lose that pattern recognition of like seeing like the difference between progress and the thing that it looks like progress, but it's actually like going downhill, is like very hard to distinguish. So you kind of like look at history as almost like machine learning, right? Like you're all learning, right? Because you're like looking back, you're like, oh, is this like something progressive, or is hiding itself in the frame of progressive, but it's going to be regressive?
Yeah, but we can see like the overall trend is like, oh, it's going down.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like that level of knowledge, and I think that should be the general direction as to why people learn these subjects. Like I definitely think that the fact that a lot of people say, oh, like, why do I learn this? What's the use of this in my life? There is an actual use. But I feel like the way it's taught, I just feel like it focuses on the wrong aspects of sciences or like history and everything. Like they say, what date did this happen? Like let's talk about the century, right? It doesn't matter what month or what
day,
year it was or something, right? Like century was kind of makes sense because you can kind of draw parallels with what other things were happening at the same time.
Because it's a generation. A century is like a generation, right? It's just like if you think about it, it's like it's a whole.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I think it makes sense that if you need to know the century, but like it doesn't matter what the date is or like what happened, like what's the name of this guy or something. Like I think the focus should be on like the events that happened throughout the history, like how are these developed, like, and like I guess knowing the names to a certain degree could be important, but like it's not necessarily for you.
It's the trends is what it is. Like if you have an understanding of like why did World War II start, and you're just like, okay, cool, it was like these actors and these precursors and whatnot, and then you recognize, oh, we're doing the same thing right now again. You're like, you can see the future.
Yeah, exactly. So if you studied World War II history and you're like, oh, how it started, you're like, we're walking on thin ice.
Yeah, right? You're just like, we got a strong man, division. We just start blaming groups of people. It's just like, oh, yeah, we're doing the same thing again. I like when people always compare us to Rome. People always compare the U.S. to Rome is what they do.
Yeah, because of the fall of the great empire, I guess, something like that.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. I like the history aspect of things, because actually I was having kind of a discussion this morning with one of my friends. I use one of these fitness trackers called Whoop. Does anyone else have like a band or something they use to like track their stuff? I don't know. I'm a super. It's called Whoop. This is what it is. Yeah. I love data. I'm a big data person. And this is one of these things. It tracks your heart rate, your whatever, your heart rate, resting, respiration, whatever. Tracks a lot of stuff. And what I like that it does is like every day I tell it to question me things about what I did the day before. So it'll be like, hey, did you exercise yesterday? And I'll be like, yes. Or it'll be like, did you look at your phone in your bed? And I was like, no. Or like, did you meditate? Did you go to the sauna? Blah, blah, blah. And I put in all this information. And my friend's like, oh man, dude, that's a lot of data. I'm like, yes, but it's very cool to put it in because at the end of every month, this thing gives you like this beautiful like tracking report that tells you basically like based on what actions you did, here's how your sleeping was, or here's how your heart rate was. And
Wait, how much is this?
This is $30 a month. It's free. It's free to get the device. It's one of these subscription things. They get you on the subscription. Okay. But what it does is it gives like all these very cool insights. Like I love the health insights, and I also love that like I should be getting like a deal with these people, honestly, sponsoring it or plugging it at least. But there's no screen on it, so it lasts. The battery lasts for 3 days, and I never have to take it off my wrist because they have this battery pack that you just slip on it and it just charges it wirelessly. So every 3 days I put this on for like an hour, and then you just take it off, and then it's charged. But it's just constantly tracking your biometrics.
Okay.
Yeah, it's super cool. I'm a big fan of it. I know a lot of other people like Joe Rogan and whatnot and Huberman and whatnot. They love this thing. I do too. But it speaks to the idea of like history. Like people ask like, why are we taking all this data? Why are you like remembering all these things? And it's so that I can course correct. I can see, for instance, that during February when I had to travel a lot, go to bachelor parties and weddings and whatnot, that like my sleep was like absolute garbage. And then this corresponded to a lot of other things like not going correct in my life. And I'm like, okay, cool. So now in the future, I can make sure I don't do those things. Yeah.
You should get a deal with them that it moves them to for the physical education people, and
yeah,
boom.
That would be cool. Yeah. So okay, yeah. When you talk about like how do I see the server evolving over time, partnerships is the big thing. I would love to like, you know, I've sent probably 100 emails in the last month to various companies trying to get someone to like respond to me, and nobody responds to me. Nobody responds to me. And I get it. It's because they're probably receiving thousands of other emails from people and whatnot, and they just got to sort through stuff, and they're just like, nah. So, my next
face-to-face is the way.
It is 100%. And I had this real when I was in Florida. I was at a bar or something, and I ran into this guy that was part of the House of Representatives, and he asked me what I did. I showed him the server. I showed him the stuff. He's like, "This is great, dude." I was like, "Cool. Yeah, this is what I need. I need face-to-face interactions because emails just get lost." Unfortunately, you know,
meetings with.
Yes, it's hard though. It's hard to get face-to-face meetings. Like if you ever go to like the Fortnite website, like they're just like there's no way to get like face-to-face meetings with these people. What you have to do, unfortunately, is you have to either have like a connection. You have to have someone that like knows someone, which I'm working on. I have to basically have someone introduce me to someone else, or you have to get so big that they can't ignore you. That's the other solution. The other solution is if you become so big and they start seeing articles being written about you, and you have like.
Hold on, are we gonna get a Dr. Goldskin in Fortnite?
Yeah, there you go. That would be the ultimate goal. But but yeah.
We got Dr. Golden.
I will spend all my money on that. I
know. So. You know, that I'm learning too. I'm constantly learning. I'm learning that like email sucks. No one responds to my emails. I write all these beautiful letters and no one fucking no one even says thank you. I just don't get a response. So the next step is to start reaching out to personal people. And then the other step is just keep pushing. Just keep pushing out content, keep growing a user base, and eventually you'll hit some critical number where Sony or Activision or something will be like, okay, that person's actually kind of big. Maybe we should talk to them, you know?
If you get like 30,000 people who are active in this server, then maybe they'll decide, maybe
yeah. Time. Well, then they start thinking, they're like, oh, now the partnership makes sense from their point of view, because what we have here is something very special, which is you have the attention span of teenagers, which is probably one of the most rare commodity next to like platinum and gold. Like trying to get the attention span of a teenager, I think is very difficult.
Hey, I have a good attention span.
Yes, but your attention span is very carefully used for things, right? You only put it towards very certain things. So if you can show that you have like that attention span, like then companies are like, oh, they can connect with, they're relatable, like these kids trust them, like this is someone we should talk to because then we can further our own interests.
Once you get a verified Discord server, then they'll make you decide.
I've tried, dude.
hey,
I've applied like 3 times, dude. We're getting, I don't know, we're getting closer. We're getting closer.
You don't have enough members.
I do have enough members. They never tell you why they reject you either. It's the worst. Like I write this long application, this essay, I say all this stuff we do and whatnot, and they're just like, oh, we can't accept you right now. I'm like, okay, cool, but it's okay. I don't quit. I'm never gonna quit. We just gotta keep pushing. So that's, yes, partnerships would be great. I would love to get some official partnerships, and then yeah, I would love for, like, for instance, yeah, the PE challenge. The PE challenge would be great if I could actually, and I've tried to do this. I've even told students I will buy you a pedometer. It's like $10 on Amazon. Like the other issue is that like parents don't trust me to send things to their house. So this is again where if you get big enough and you're legit enough, if there's an article about me in CNN or something, then like the parents will be like, okay, I'll give this
There's
guy
always
my
PO
address.
boxes that people can get
True.
so that you're not sending it to their house. So that could be the other way around.
So I could, so you mean see, here's the issue. Either the parents could get a PO box, which they don't want to. Like honestly, the problem is that like their meter for bullshit. Like the second they're like, oh, this requires effort, they're like, no. They just flat out say no. I mean,
Hey, Dr. Good, I have a question.
one sec. Let me go real quick. The other solution here might be is that Amazon has drop boxes. Right? That I think, like, if someone lives next to an Amazon Dropbox, I could, for instance, mail something to an Amazon Dropbox and then tell them just go pick it up at that Amazon store. Like, just show them this code and go pick it up.
Have PO boxes, like, use those to build credit.
Sure.
With, like, other people, and then kind of work your way up.
I
guess.
know it's the working its way up. It's the slowly getting legit. Yes. All right. Who's asking a question? Sorry, was that you, Gagu? Who was that, or was it Slimy?
Dr. Blue, I have a question.
Yeah. What's up, Gagu? What's up?
So, you said you will buy a thermometer, I think?
A pedometer. A pedometer. Pedometer is a thing that measures the amount of steps you take because.
Dr. Gold.
You one sec, Slimy. You can't interrupt me when I'm talking to somebody else. So
do I need points for that?
No, so what I was getting is that, like, so for the fitness challenge where you guys walk a certain number of steps, I have people submitting screenshots of their phone just showing that they did it. But some kids don't have a phone, or they, for instance, can't bring their phone to gym class or something. And the better solution would be to just buy a physical device, a pedometer, that you just put in your pocket. You just put it in your pocket, and it tracks the amount of steps you take. And then you would just take a picture of that and then upload it. And that would be something cool. That would be a lot easier for me to basically moderate and to facilitate, ensuring that people like get exercise. That would be a cool partnership.
I need to get one of those.
Yeah, right? Yeah, they're cool. Honestly, Gagu, if your parents will let me ship you something, I'll buy you one. Like they're so cheap. They're like $10.
I need that.
Need that. Yeah. Well, yeah, I need a way for your parents to like trust me to ship you things. Like it's so funny how like they won't until the prize gets big enough. So 2 years ago when I gave away an Xbox Series X and a PS5, you better bet the parents eventually said yes. When they said, "Oh, my kid's going to get a $600 console," I will say yes to this. They sent me an address at that point. So there's like a threshold for like when the parents will be like, "Oh, okay, it's expensive enough. Maybe I should give them the address." $10 pedometer, they just won't do it. They're just like, no. All right, Slimy, what were you gonna say? No, not gonna say anything. Okay. Slimy always wants to. All right, here. Let's. All right, it's like halfway. Let's do the giveaway. Let's do the first giveaway. For you guys, because I appreciate you guys being here and whatnot. Yeah, let's do it. It's the spinner wheel.
Can you mute me, Dr. Dave? I can't mute.
Here we go. We're gonna do this. This is
And then question on ketchup.
What's up?
Ketchup
questions.
We're gonna do more questions. This isn't the question thing. This is just the people. Maybe you can send money via PayPal. Yeah, the issue with sending money via PayPal is that you have to be over 18 to receive it, and PayPal has a lot of scams that happen. And then also, there's also some legal problems with me just sending money to kids. I can't just literally just send you cash because that starts to get kind of weird. If I send you a gift, like a prize or something, or like a digital currency prize and whatnot, that's more of a gray area where that's okay. Literally just handing money to kids is like, starts to get into some trouble. We'll send it to the parents. Yeah, I could do that. All right, let's see. Who's all here? We got Slimy, we got Initial, we got Gagu, we got Riplaw. Don't worry, Ethan, we're gonna do all the questions. I just want to do the giveaway first while people are here.
I like this question. Opinion for ketchup on eggs. If you have omelets, it makes sense.
I like ketchup on eggs all the time. Do you like ketchup on eggs, Rampton?
I hate.
I think omelet, like hot sauce and ketchup both together, it makes sense. Not too much, just like
ketchup.
A little bit.
I was actually horrified when I learned that ketchup is like mostly sugar. I was like, no.
I'm sorry, what?
Ketchup is just sugar. It's just sugar sauce.
Why am I just learning about this?
You guys didn't know that? Here, I'll show you. Do you want to see the nutritional facts on sugar?
Yeah, look up the nutritional facts on ketchup real quick. I'm actually
I'm gonna show you, dude. Yeah. Okay. So, I need like a picture of one of these. Yeah. Okay.
Sugar 7%.
So yeah, out of 17 grams of ketchup, 4 of those are sugar. So it's 25% sugar. Ketchup is 25% sugar.
Good thing I never.
Oh my god.
I used to put ketchup on everything. I was like, I love ketchup. And like, oh, I know why I love ketchup. It's because it has sugar in it. A lot of sugar. I love ketchup. Ketchup's great. Okay.
Ketchup's the worst.
All right, we got Ari in there. Who else is in the Twitch that isn't in the Discord? I see Shifter. Who else is there? Shifter. I got Bob. I got you in. And then did I get Habib in there too? Habib's in there.
I'm just begging he lands on me since this is a very low chance.
It's not a very low chance. There is a chance.
You see how many people are in here?
Yeah.
I'm a champion.
He's a champion, dude. Riplaw won last time, right?
Liz, what's the chance of
Sorry, what?
Even win this.
Everyone, what's the chance of winning?
Ooh, that's a good question. Yeah, what is the chance of winning?
It's gonna be hard to win this with just multiple.
Let's see. How many people are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 people
1
there.
in 11 chance of
11 out 1.
1 out of 11. Good, guys. Good. Unless one of you has an alt account, then it would be 2 out of 11 if you're running both. But don't do that. Please don't run any alt accounts.
Everyone here has an alt account.
But don't do that. And if you wanted to know what that was percentage-wise, what is that? That's like 9%, right, Ramton? 9.1%?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Gold, I forgot to tell you.
9.9%.
I actually own everyone's account. I actually own your account. I actually own every account that's in the stream right now. All 1,000 accounts that are in this Discord is my own.
Yeah, Habib has it 9.09090909%. All right, here, let's roll it. You guys ready? Anybody else in here? I don't think anyone else is here. We're good?
I got fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
I always pray.
Spinning.
Let's hope.
Pray. Let's see who wins. Who's gonna win?
Shifter's putting you on the line if he doesn't
Give it to
win.
me.
Dude, he's always doing that.
Dang
dude.
it.
Wow. Damn. Good job, Sam! Sam wins. Sam, I'm gonna guess you probably want Steam credit, yeah? You always love to buy stuff on Steam.
What did I even win?
$10 and something. You tell me what you want. You want Steam credit?
Sounds good.
Yeah, he likes Steam. Steam's dope. Good, nice.
That's dope.
Good job, Sam.
Can you do another one?
So we're gonna do so at the end of this stream, me and Ramton are gonna pick what we thought the best question was, and then we're gonna do a giveaway between those. Yeah. But yeah, these are fun.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, we're gonna go through the questions. All right, here we go. Let's keep going. Let's keep rolling. I don't need this.
Wait, Gold, I just have a question just for you.
Okay, just for me. Quick.
Where do you see yourself specifically with this?
Where do I see myself?
Just you, not anybody else. Specifically
okay.
you.
I don't know, sitting in a bathtub eating grapes or something. I don't know.
I mean, that I'd expect that out of you on a normal day. That doesn't
I
mean
know.
have to be
I can't. I'm too poor to have an actual bathtub. My tub isn't big enough for me, honestly, at this point.
Dr. Gold, did you answer my question?
I'm getting to it.
Dr. Gold?
All right, everyone's gonna say I'm hearing my name so much. But yeah, initial where I actually see myself, I would like to first I would like to quit teaching privately. like teaching for money is like whatever, but like I'd like to be in a position where I don't have to do that anymore, and I can dedicate more of my time to just doing this, to just helping people like for free, and then have that pay my rent through whatever grants and foundations and donations we have.
See,
That's where
once you
I would
get
like to see
big
myself.
enough- Once you get big enough,
That does sound a lot better than.
Get money from Discord
then at
invites?
that point, no, you do not get money from Discord invites.
Well,
Once
you
you get
could get
big
sponsored
enough,
by Discord, but yeah.
oh yeah. Once you get big enough, you get into bigger grants. You got like all the Twitch stuff,
Hey, Dr. Cool.
Mhm.
all that.
Yeah, yep.
So
That would be
at
nice.
that point, eventually, you'll just be
Dr.
making
Cool.
enough money to sustain.
At that point, I'll be making enough that I don't have to teach for money, and I can teach for free. And then even more
that
so that like
point-
I don't have to
no,
teach all the time.
no.
I can find other people that also want to teach and help them. Like teach the teachers type thing. You know, be like, here's how you like teach to teach. You know, that's the big.
That wasn't the point. I was
That's-
just going to say that you can finally afford a bathtub.
Could finally afford a bathtub. Yes. What's up, Ethan? What were you saying, dude?
Have you seen my report card?
I haven't yet. I'll get to that. Give me a second. All right. Let me see. All right. Those are cool. Who had some other questions in here? Who discovered golden hour? That's a cool one. You mean like who? What do you mean who discovered golden hour, Ethan? What do you mean by that?
Like, who was the person who found golden hour? Like maybe, like someone just made this up, maybe.
Oh, are you talking about like golden hour as in this podcast, or are you talking about like the concept of golden hour?
Well, you could say both in a way, but what
Okay.
I'm mainly focusing on is like the concept.
Oh, the concept.
Who in this entire world found golden hour?
Who in this
or who
entire world?
discovered it?
That's a good
Like,
question,
who
actually.
created
I
podcast?
feel like it would be who named Golden Hour.
I said the concept.
Yeah, the concept of so golden hour again refers to the concept of like if the sun is setting at a certain angle. We went over this in the last podcast, and everything looks gold and whatnot. That creates what's technically called golden hour. I don't know who actually came up with that. I don't know if anyone actually did. I mean, it's just like who discovered that water was blue, you know. But in terms of like who came up with the name golden hour, I think Teacup came up with it. Teacup, did you come up with the name? I think you did.
That was in fact me.
It was you with ChatGPT, I think, right? I like gold, and like this is supposed to be around an hour, although it'll probably be more than an hour today.
The
but-
Golden Hour was not a ChatGPT thing.
Wasn't you just came up with it?
Because of like the tree of life.
It was the crappy logo.
Oh, that's right. Where we said like, here, make me a logo or something.
hmm
Okay, cool. All right. Cool. Good question. Where's Noise
I
Noise?
think
Dude?
I looked like a
I want Noise Noise. Okay. Let me see. What else? What else we got in here? Initial
Can I go after the question?
option opinion on ketchup on eggs. Yeah, we went over that. Can I be a counselor? Ian sucks at his job. That's funny. Where is yeah, here, yeah, you tagged him. Good. If I don't, okay, cool. All right. Gagu, did you have a question as well?
Yeah, he did.
Gagu, what was your question? People unmute themselves and mute themselves.
It's in the chat. The question chat.
What was here, let me see. Was yours, how did I get the idea to make the server? Was that your question?
Yes.
Cool. That's actually a good one. I like that one as well. A couple of you guys know, because you've been around here for so long, but for the students that haven't, that are kind of new, or if you just found us on Twitch today, yeah, so the Actual Education Discord server was made February of 2021. So that's, yeah, a little over 2 years ago. That's crazy to think of, that we've been around for more than 2 years. Wow. But yeah, it started because during the COVID pandemic, me and a couple friends couldn't really go out to restaurants or bars anymore, so we all built gaming PCs because that was our way to interact and have fun with each other, because we couldn't go anywhere in person. Everything was closed. And then after doing this for a bit, one of our friends, Bonme Boy, you see him sometimes on the server, he was streaming on Twitch because he saw Twitch streaming was cool. And we started getting a couple students that would show up to the gaming streams with us, and then they would keep playing with us. The first one to really do that was Soar. I don't know if you see Soar around sometimes too. Soar's an OG from way back. And we started wondering, oh, we have these students and they love playing video games with us. They would start spending a lot of time playing video games with us, and we started thinking, hey, how are you doing in school? You know, you spend all this time playing video games with us. Maybe you want to show us your report card or something, and we'll buy you the battle pass or something. And we started seeing that being as highly effective. Like students were really motivated to, show how they were doing in school or do better in school if they knew there was gonna be some sort of prize at the end. And so I took that idea and we made a bigger server with it and structured it out, creating all these points, to incentivize you guys to do cool things such as the exercise challenge, the music challenge, doing well on your tests and whatnot, doing well in school, asking questions, even just showing up here, just participating. Like, these are all things that you may not realize it, but they do help you. Like, this stuff does help you out. And probably many years later down the line, you'll be like, oh, wow, that was actually kind of cool that I went through that. And the best way to get people involved and incentivized is to offer some sort of reward system similar to what you guys see when you go through Fortnite. The whole reason you guys play Fortnite a lot of times is to level up through the battle pass, earn points, you can get skins. It's the same thing in life. In life, it's all about leveling up through doing different things, whether that's exercising to make you healthier or studying to make you smarter. You're doing the same stuff, and the reward later, although a lot of you don't see it at this point, is that life is better for you because you get a better job, you get paid more, and you can live happier. But in the meantime, I'll incentivize. I'll make the reward a little bit more obvious, and I'll be like, oh, here's 1,000 V-Bucks. Just do these things. So that's where it came from, Gagu. That's cool.
That's awesome. It was very deep.
Thank you. I like that. It was a cool question, Gagu. I'm glad because a lot of students, a lot of you guys have joined here in the last couple weeks, and you probably have no clue where this came from, and I'm more than happy to explain that. What's up? What's up, Teacup?
Even if you don't directly pay attention to like the stream, your brain is still taking in the information. So like once you're actually doing that kind of math, you will have some sort of idea of what it is because of that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay, I got one more I didn't write.
Exactly. Yeah. Write it down. Initial. I'll go through it. Let me add on to Teacup real quick. So yes, that is the big thing about office hours, and this is what Ramton commented on earlier. So some of you students have started asking questions that are more advanced than what you're doing in class, and that's totally cool. That's great. Because even if you don't fully understand the more advanced concepts that you're asking about, just being exposed to them and hearing them and whatnot, you'll understand it better when you get to it later in life. So that's a big part. And that's also why I offer rewards just for tuning into the Twitch, just watching. I know you may not be engaged, you may not be actually learning it, or it may be, too difficult for you or whatnot. But the fact that you're listening to it and the information is hitting your brain instead of, I don't know, some dumb TikTok of someone dancing to some Pikachu thing or something, it will eventually help you out. Yeah.
I'm probably one of thousands of people who don't have TikTok in the US who are kind of okay with it being banned.
Yeah, right. I don't want TikTok to be banned because I do appreciate TikTok for its...
You advertise on it.
I appreciate its ability to reach children. Like, it is very good. It is scary good at reaching kids. And I want to leverage that for positive things. That's why I have all the tutorials I do on TikTok. And they go viral. I get like hundreds of thousands of views because, what's up, Noise is here. Nice. Because TikTok's very good at showing them to people. All right, let me do Initial's question real quick, and then Ramton, you wanna explain some stuff to Noise after this?
Yeah.
Awesome, perfect. Okay,
Was my question a good question?
Your question was a great question, Gagu. I liked your question. All right, Initial says, where do you see the server in terms of partnerships, membership levels, and just overall computing and its influence? Sorry, where do you see the server in terms of partnerships, membership levels, and just overall the community and its influence in 1 year from now? Great. Partnerships, I would love to get more like official video game companies on board. It's similar to Habib's question. But yeah. So I would like to have official partnerships with like Discord, Activision, Sony. That'd be great. Member levels. We started, with like 10 people in this Discord. After a year, I think we were up to like 300 or 400. After 2 years, we were up to 700-800. Now we're almost at, 1,200. The only thing that's stopping me, honestly, from adding more members, because I know I can advertise this to the moon and get a ton of people in, is funding at the end of the day. Like, I do have to buy all the prizes, and if I had 5,000 people in this Discord tomorrow, I wouldn't be able to purchase all the prizes. It's just, it's too much. Right now, as we're standing, I'm able to, like, you know, get stuff to work. But, yeah, a year from now, I need some people to answer their emails, or I need to get some in-person meetings with people to get things more funded. And then, yeah, we can go to the moon. Like, my goal, my 1 year goal is to get to 10,000. I want to have 10,000 students in the Discord. Like, whenever an investor asks me what I want 10,000 students, and in order to do that, I need $50,000. Because it costs around 5,000 to get to 1,000. So 50,000 for 10,000, I think it'd be cool. What's up?
Dr. Ghost, if you have deals with major brands, then they might give you stuff for free, and you'll be able to work on
Exactly.
Money.
Yes, that would be great. Yeah, that is a big plan, Gagu. Is that, like, again, I don't need, like, physical, I don't actually need money from people. If Lenovo would just give me a laptop, or if Sony would give me a PS5, that would already, like, take a big cost out of what I do. Or, like, some broken controllers, yeah, and stuff. Okay, cool. Noise, what's going on, dude? I am very, very awful. Why are you very, very awful? What's up? What's wrong, Noise? What's going on, dog?
I was like, if you work on it hard enough, you could be a master.
Yeah. Here, let's see. See if Noise wants to join.
Oh yeah, I got one more.
All right, what's up, Initial? Asking some good
Did
questions.
you
I
ever
like
think
them.
about doing partnership things with physical schools, like, you know, your average
Good
public
question.
school or even a
Good question.
university or two?
Yeah. Good question. Yeah, people always ask me, like, have you ever thought about, like, going to, like, your local high school or whatnot? I'm hesitant to do that because with actual physical schools and whatnot, we run into a lot of headaches with paperwork. For good reasons, they tend to make it difficult to do anything that involves minors, anything under 18, because, like, again, y'all are very impressionable, and that becomes kind of risky if the wrong person starts trying to, like, influence kids. That's why a lot of schools and whatnot make it very difficult to do anything in an official capacity, and I don't think I could, at least with my style of teaching and whatnot, and how things work here. If I had, like, the bureaucracy of an actual school to deal with, all of this would collapse. Also, like, it wouldn't be cool. Like, you guys wouldn't be here. You'd be like, oh, this sucks. It's just school again. You know? I think one of the big reasons why we get so many people in this Discord and so much participation and whatnot is that, like, I'm not going to send you to the principal's office. You're not going to get in trouble just because you know, had a panic attack or, like, rage quit during something. Like, it's cool. Like, you know, life happens. And, you know, we go forward with it. So it would be cool eventually to, you know, maybe at least just get a plug, you know, like, you know, maybe the schools would be like, hey, you know, we're not affiliated, but if you want to get free help and you want to join this cool community, there's actual education, you know, it's there. It's the same reason, like, yeah. What's up, Ranson?
For like clubs at my school, like,
Sam, sorry.
speakers come in pretty easily.
Sorry, what about the clubs there, Sam? What'd you say?
Guest speakers.
Oh, guest speakers. Okay.
People could come in, and that works, like, pretty easily, like, with not much paperwork.
Okay. Well, maybe I should do that. You know, that's actually a really good point, Sam. Yeah, maybe I should,
I
like...
could, like, send your info to some of the clubs.
Yeah. Yeah, do you have any, like, I don't know, science clubs or gaming clubs?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, gaming clubs would be cool,
like,
too.
Clubs for everything.
I would like to start actually an esports team. That's something I've actually also looked into, and that's a big industry that's booming, and that's kind of a cool connector between official schools and whatnot. And
if you do that, can I join?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we could join like an esports. Oh damn, Noise going through some shit, dude. Here, let me read this. One sec. My best friend who was a girl. You loved her more than the Riemann Zeta function. I don't even know the Riemann Zeta function. Okay. Okay. The last few months, she struggled with mental health, and I have tried to call her, but I just got a phone call saying she took her own life. Oh, fuck, dude. Dude, that sucks. I'm sorry about that, dude. Noise. Yeah, I recently, yeah, fuck. No, I feel that. It's honestly, mental health is a super screwed up situation these days, and it has to do, I think, a lot with all the advancements in technology we've made. I mean, first of all, that, you know, dude, where do I start with this? Yeah, fuck. She struggled with mental health.
That's why I joined the server, because it's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, my condolences. Yeah,
It's
dude,
fresh.
it's, and again, that is also, okay, this is also a big thing, is that, so, you know, suicide is terrible. Suicide sucks. I had a friend last week that, you remember I had to end one of the gaming streams early, because, yeah, I found out that one of my friends killed himself, and I was like, what the fuck? It takes a lot to get pushed to that point, and I think it comes down to, like, people feeling like there's no other alternative. Like they're in such pain and things are so hard that they don't see any other way out. The only other way out they see is to just end it. And that's super unfortunate. And that's something that, like, that again, that's why I have in this Discord the whole counselor's office and whatnot, is that if you're feeling shitty, if you're feeling like depressed, or you're going through some stuff, because believe me, at your ages you do. Like, hormones are crazy, everything is terrible. You feel like the world is ending. But there are people here that you can talk to. It's okay, Grim. Grim is a beautiful example of why, like, you always have someone to talk to, you know. So yeah, I'm really sorry about your friend there, Noise. That, you know, let's discuss the group theory stuff when you feel better. You know, that's okay. But yeah, it's another thing I like to do to kind of deal with death and, like, losing people and whatnot, is to try to not dwell on the fact that they're missing, but to remember all the fun times while they were here, you know. Ian is someone you can talk to. Yeah, we're all people you can talk to. It's a community, you know. A community means that you always have people who, like, are able to listen to you and support you, and, you know, real life shit happens. It does. And it's, you know, I hate to say it won't be the first time, but you learn to process things, you know, in your own time. Yeah, just take the day off. That's what I would say. Take a week off if you need to. Honestly, like, dealing with, I had to take a day off, like, when my friend, I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing anything today. Like, I need some time to process this.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough situation to be. I haven't had that experience myself, but
fortunately, right? You know, but it
yeah,
happens.
yeah, fortunately, yeah, I've been, but you know, I think the biggest things is people, like, I feel like sometimes people feel like they're in a situation, whether they're, I mean, I've had a lot of friends who are struggling mentally, and it feels like, you know, you're the only one to like, experience those stuff. And you know, the reality of it is, like, there's a lot of other people, like, both, you can kind of think of it, like, not to sound like, oh, you're not special, but it's like, there's so many people, right, that you know, every time you are going through something, there is going to be another person who's gone through something similar, at least to a certain degree, right? And then every time it's not going to be the same person, but it's like, you know, when you have a group of friends, and even if they are not going through it themselves, like, they will be able, you can just hang out with them and kind of you know, just talk about, like, different stuff, right? And, like, when you're struggling, I feel like, you know, it's good to have, like, group of friends that you can talk to, and whether they're the ones that offer solutions and they're the ones that kind of listen to you, you can kind of have both. I'm always the kind of person that, like, you know, I always try to find a solution, and, like, sometimes the friends are like, I just want to vent, and I'm like, yeah, I get it, but, like, for me, my
The solution.
from the fact that, yeah, I always want to, like, end the pain so fast that it's like, I just can't watch someone be like, oh, I'm, like, going through something, and then it's like, I'm like, let me help you out, and they're like, no, I just want to talk. I'm like,
I just want to feel.
It comes from a place of care, but then it's like, you know, kind of nice to have a group of friends, because, like, you know, I have a group of friends that are kind of like that, and so when you have a mix of that, then you would get the best of both worlds, right? Like you talk to someone, they listen to you, and then somebody else kind of gives you some kind of input on like what you can do. But like, yeah, don't feel like you're ever alone. You can always like, like if you can find some kind of community like this that is in the on Twitch or something or on Discord, you can find another community that is like around sports.
Yep.
There's around games, whatever you're into. Like, yeah, honestly, sometimes just get on Reddit. And I know there's a lot of like messed up shit and like talk to people on Reddit. But
Yeah.
there are some servers that are like really nice. Like there's like r/mathematics is like people are just like asking math questions, but sometimes in the chat people just start randomly conversing about random stuff. So like it's about math, but even then people find like friends. So like there we have this accessibility to online, and it does bring us closer in sometimes in bad ways, unfortunately. And like now it's kind of hard to get away from like all the bad news or like the pain, but also you can also try to tailor it to your own way of like, let's find some friends, let's find a group of people that like think similar like me in different ways, and you can have like a whole group of friends that are around you. So if you're ever feeling like that, and I know that the people are always like, talk to your friends, you might have some friends that they might not listen to you, or they might not listen to you the way you want them to listen to. So don't think they're the only ones. If someone doesn't care, then you can go to someone else as well.
This is also kind of like what this is what therapy is. I used to go to a therapist a lot. I had a pretty rough breakup with a girlfriend like 2 years ago, and she kept yelling at me at times. She's like, you need to go to therapy. And I was like, all right, fine, I'll try out this therapy thing. And it just being able to like hear yourself say the thoughts inside of your head really helps you out a lot. It can be because sometimes we have all these crazy ideas in our head and whatnot, and then hearing ourselves out loud say them, we start realizing that like, oh, that's ridiculous. Like, why am I worried about that, or why am I upset about that? Like that hearing it ourselves, we're like, I don't get that. So, and that's what friends can be, and that is also a thing I really had to learn, was that I too, whenever someone comes to me with a problem, I try to find them a solution. And I used to say, that's just how I work. That's my job. As a tutor, like someone says, I'm having problems with algebra. I don't say, okay, let me listen to your problems with algebra. I'm like, no, let's fix this. But it doesn't work like that with other emotions, Yeah. Rubug says therapy is booty. Therapy is booty at your age because unfortunately you don't have like legal autonomy over your own bodies, and so you have to kind of like therapists can just start prescribing you things and then you have to take them. And that's not cool.
The problem with therapy at this age is that they tell your parents what you say.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, I know. And that kind of breaks like a trust thing, because like you want to, this is another thing I say, like, if you're going to a therapist, you should never lie to your therapist. That doesn't help you. Like, therapists need to know everything that's going on in order to assess the situation and like, help you out. But at your age, yes, it's a problem because they tell your parents, and then your parents probably end up doing something that doesn't encourage the right behavior, Let me see. Noise says 6 years. Those two lads I kicked the crap out of? I know that them two were picking on their day. Oh, no, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Don't look for blame. Don't look for blame. This is hard. It is very hard. It's very hard when something bad happens to not look for someone responsible, At the end of the day, things just happen, sometimes. Yeah, and finding someone to beat up because you blame them for doing it and whatnot isn't going to fix the problem. It's not going to bring them back. It's not going to change the situation. If anything, it's just going to make things worse. You may feel like a little bit better because you got revenge, I guess, but it's believe me, it is tempting. I know it's very tempting to be like, I want to find out like who's responsible for this and then try to like get some justice for it, but it's not going to fix anything. If anything, it just makes things worse. Yeah.
The gym is my therapy.
Gym is your therapy. Yes, go to the gym. I do say this a lot. The gym is great. Yeah, your parents won't get mad at you. The gym won't tell your parents what you're doing. They don't even try to solve the problem. Yes, they tell your parents. That's so interesting. I thought there might be some confidentiality between the students and the therapist and the parents, because like, yeah, you know, that's again, it's the whole point of therapy.
Say there is, but then there isn't.
Yeah, you're scared to tell your stuff. Because she's gonna tell your parents. Yeah, and honestly, this also comes down to a problem with like the legality of you being minors. I think even if I were to tell a therapist like I want to shoot blank, like technically they do have to tell the police that. Like if you tell your therapist certain things that would cause harm to other people, or no, it is totally okay. Noise. This stream took a drastic turn. That's totally okay. No, that's the point of this stream. Is that I do want to talk about these things because these are real things that happen, and to sweep it under the rug and whatnot is wrong. It doesn't fix anything, you know. The world is not a super happy rainbow place all the fucking time, you know. You have schizophrenia? What? Yeah, what's up, dude?
Happy 420.
Happy 420. I hope you're not smoking weed right now.
You want to know what my mom told me?
What'd your mom tell you?
She's
La
like,
mota es malo.
No, she said, how do you not even remember my own birthday, but remember 420?
No, her birthday isn't on 420 though, right?
No, it's on April 14th. Got it on accident.
Frubuck says, I'm just depressed. I don't even take meds. Totally normal. I'm depressed.
Okay.
I'm definitely depressed at times. I can tell. You know that feeling where like you just don't want to get out of bed? You're just like, I like bed. I don't want to get out of the bed. I'm like, I'm depressed.
That ain't depression. That's being tired.
No, it's definitely it's also like it's like an apathy for like life. You start being like, I don't want to experience the real world. I like dreaming. Like, let me just dream forever.
No, I just like my bed.
The gym always tells my parents, dude. Yeah. Oh my god.
The gym is a snitch.
All right. Bye, Rue. Bye, Rue. Yeah, dinner time. It's all good. Again, you know, that's the whole point.
Y'all's gyms tell your parents, bro. Mine didn't even ask my parents for consent when I walked in.
The gym is great. Honestly, if I'm ever like sad, depressed, or you know, whatever sort of mood I'm in and whatnot, going to the gym and like working out, which is what I'm gonna do after this, is great because and there's actually science to this. It's your body releases endorphins, which is kind of like a natural drug. That just makes you happy. You'll feel good. Also, you feel like you accomplished something because you worked on yourself. And I can't think of anything more like fitting. Like if you lose someone in this life, like they, you know, commit suicide or they die or whatnot, you kind of owe it to them to do the best for you because that's what they would have wanted. Like if they really were your friend and whatnot, they wouldn't want you to be sad or to be upset over someone or to be like throwing away your life. They want you to be doing well, and you can honor that. You can honor that by like working on yourself. And
what if he wanted you to kill yourself too, so that you guys could die together?
No, that's some Romeo and Juliet shit. No, it doesn't exist. It's Shakespeare, dog.
There's my all-time favorite movie, and I kind of got into it when I was in high school. I still feel like the conversations in this movie is just incredible. It's Good Will Hunting. I don't know if you guys ever seen it, but it's about like, you know, Matt Damon, who's like this really smart kid who's like working as a janitor and at MIT, but he's had like a tough past and everything, and you know, pretty much he gets into trouble. You know, I don't want to get too much into the plot of the movie, but he ends up having to forced to go to therapy, and you know, all of the therapists are turning him away because he's like trolling too hard, and finally he settles with he settles with Robin Williams, who's, you know, seeing like a challenge to kind of like have to talk with him because, you know, he's had like a messed up childhood. He grew up in foster home, and there's like one scene that he's like talking to him, and he's like, you know, you don't. If I ask you about art, you probably start talking about, you know, all of the you know, sculptures and paintings of like different stuff, but you've never stood under the Sistine Chapel and look at that beautiful tiling of that game. If I ask you about love, you would quote me a sonnet, but you've never truly held someone that you love. And then it's like, you're an orphan. Do you think I know how hard your life has been because I read Oliver Twist? And he's like, if you want to talk about you, then you got to start talking. And I think that the point of the movie, like the part of the movie that I really liked was that conversation, because it was saying like, no, people, you might think that people might know what you're feeling like, but unless you actually tell other people, they're never gonna know what you're feeling like. And so like, if you ever talk about it, you don't have to like try to feel like ashamed or anything. It's like, everyone feels a certain way, at some point. And I feel like, having friends or like teachers or anyone, sometimes they will like listen to you, and like just through conversation, even if they're not able to help you, sometimes something comes out and then you start to have some clarity on your own.
Yeah, you realize you almost like see yourself, and then you're like, oh, I see. Like, okay. Yeah. Noise. This is an interesting story. Okay, let me see. I think her parents hated me. I'm not sure her parents hated you. I think a lot of this we probably put in our heads, but
You're right, they despise
they
you.
must have thought I wasn't good enough for her. Yeah. This also kind of speaks to what Ramton was saying is that you can't really predict what people's emotions are or rationale is. This is what you think, which is okay. It's okay to have guesses, I guess. But at the end of the day, like you can't say with 100% certainty that her parents hated you or they didn't think you were good enough. I think you're a pretty smart guy, Noise. Like, I don't know what parent would say you're not good enough.
You're also pretty young, like
Yeah.
I feel like when you're young, you do, and it's the thing is like all the stories that you're thinking about. It's kind of easy to start to see them through a different frame that they actually were, right? Like a drunken story, if you grow up and like years later you're friends with someone, it's just a funny memory. But if it ends up with that person at like a different point in their life, you're gonna be like, it was that one time that we got drunk, right? So it's like the one single experience isolated is hard to always extrapolate that to the rest of life. And it's like, you might start seeing it that way, but there is always more than just one incident where things start to happen, right? So don't try to read too much between the lines. It's kind of hard to do that because also just remember, we're not trained professionals or therapists as well. So if I'm talking about anything, this is
we're just humans just explaining what we think.
I'm talking out of personal experience as well.
Right.
But like I've had experiences that like I went through something traumatic, and then I'm like looking back like 6 months ago, is like, did
what?
that person say this, like meant this? And it's like when I went to like therapy for like a little bit after that incident, the therapist was like saying like you're reading way too much meaning into it. It could have been, but like if you want to look that far into something, then you can do that with every single thing.
Right. And it becomes maddening. You have to try to analyze everything. Yeah. And this goes back to the whole like just saying things out loud. Again, things can seem like more drastic and serious in your head, but if you say that out loud to someone, I think you start realizing you're like, oh wow, that's like not really that big of a deal. Like we got drunk or something happened. You're like, yeah, that happens a lot. Like whatever. It's the severity of it starts to kind of decrease.
I mean, yeah, because I've had experiences like this as well, and like thankfully they didn't end up in anything.
Thankfully, nobody died, but
Yeah, so like when we look back at it, I'm always like, oh, this is a funny story, right?
Yeah.
So like, but if something bad happens, then you're like, oh, this was a bad thing. But it's like,
or it was my
every
fault.
time someone gets drunk, it's gonna end differently, right?
Yeah.
So you can't just put all the weight on that.
Or the blame on yourself.
Yeah, blame on yourself. So, it's don't try to like the only thing you can also kind of do is, Gold said, is like kind of try to live through, or like live your life the way that you would think would have made the situation better.
Yeah, the way they would have liked it. Yeah. This also
Yeah,
speaks to the whole thing of like I
would love to get licensed therapists like in here, and I've talked to some of my friends who are licensed therapists, and they've said that because of the whole, again, this is the whole reason why I can't work with schools officially. I can't also officially work with therapists because they apparently need to be licensed per state. Like, for instance, you're either licensed in California, or you're licensed in Texas, or you're licensed in this. But the cute little workaround is we can say that you're a life coach, and you're just using the same skills
as being a licensed therapist, but you're claiming that you're a life coach. So that would be a cool partnership I'd like to have, because again, I'm not a professionally trained therapist, neither is Ramton, but we have, you know, a decade plus of more experience that we can try to impart some wisdom. But it would be cool to get some people who've actually studied like therapy to also be here and just like help you guys and be people that aren't gonna, you know, tell your parents, you know, so that you feel more comfortable at least explaining like what you're actually going through and what you're actually feeling. Yeah.
I think the best advice I can give is like, you know, maybe if you want to go talk to a therapist or talk to people around you, but like, yeah, don't be too hard on yourself or anything, because like, yeah, you can't do that to yourself.
Don't take everything too seriously. There's a funny, I don't know how far I should go into this, but whenever you're born and whenever you die, your body releases a chemical called DMT. If you ever watch Joe Rogan, he just always talks about DMT. But there is a common pervasive theme in DMT of a jester being seen and the jester just laughing. And I think that's kind of a good metaphor for life, where like everything is kind of a joke. Like, not in a joke where like it's false or whatnot, but like it's enjoyable, like it's funny. Like you should be able to like laugh through things and be like, oh yeah, wow, that's not, you know, that's like, that's not that embarrassing. That didn't ruin my life. Like that was just a funny event that just happened. You know, life is funny, and meant to be enjoyed. I mean, there's also times to be sad. Like, believe me, like, you know, if you're going through something, like definitely like feel the feelings, like get a good cry out, feel sad for whatever time you need. But at the end of the day, like life is meant to be enjoyed. So you just kind of like laugh
can't
at
appreciate
things.
the good times without the bad times.
Exactly. You need contrast. You need contrast. You need contrast in life. You need good and bad.
Yo, Gold.
What's up, Grim?
If all we needed was intelligence to get a girlfriend, I would have had all the bitches already.
Okay.
But
Love you, Grim.
You know.
What's up, Gagu?
This stream took a big turn. I think I needed this one.
It's bedtime for you? Is that what you said, Gagu?
I said this stream took a big turn, and I think I needed this one.
You needed this one. Oh, dude, that's great, dude.
I'm
glad, dude. That's the whole point of this. It's the whole point of this. Help you out, dude. See, noise. This is also why, for instance, you coming out with this experience and like saying your feelings and whatnot. This helps other people. You know, like sharing that experience you're having really helps out other people to get through. There's tons of people all going through the same thing as well. You know.
How old are these kids like thinking about this stuff?
I know, it's cool. Anyways, that's cool. That's the point of the podcast.
I'm hoping talking about these stuff. I mean, I always like afraid of saying the wrong thing, so whatever I say, I can take a big grain of salt. But
Sure.
I'm only trying to.
You're only trying to help, and that's also the point of this podcast. Is like is that you know don't bring the lawyers in. Fuck the lawyers. I hate lawyers. But like you're just trying to help. It's like. Don't be afraid to say things that like are on your mind, or you know, no one's getting canceled, no one's getting judged for things. Like just say it. You know, as long as it's not terribly racist. Like chill on the racism, please.
When did this become a podcast?
This is the second one. So every Thursday we're gonna do this kind of like podcast where you can kind of just like talk about, ask whatever like math, science question, or like talk about what's going on in your life, and if you need like some advice on like you know how to deal with like life shit, like I'm more than happy to help. You know, Ramton's more than happy to talk to you guys about it, and you know, as we see, you know, it helps people out, helps other people that are watching to listen. So
That's a goal.
What's up, Ethan?
Um, can I ask another question about this?
Yeah, what's up?
When my parent was picking up my report card, my teacher
Yeah. Your teacher what?
was talking to him about stuff. My teacher was talking to him about like me not having friends and not sitting with other people talking to them.
Oh, really? That's what your teacher said?
You got
Your
a social
teacher's a bitch.
Yeah,
I
your
mean,
teacher's a
she-
snitch.
I didn't say stitch.
No,
Definitely
no.
didn't say stitch.
See, that's
No, it ain't that,
interesting.
okay?
That's interesting, Ethan, because I wouldn't say that about you because like you're one of the most active people here on this Discord. You interact with everyone. I would say you have tons of friends. You know, if
There's
I
actually a difference with Gold. I don't know if you know this, but there's a difference between IRL and online.
yeah, but that's fine. That's fine, dude. That's you know.
We act different. We act different between the two because like one, we know like we're never gonna meet the people, so we like no matter what we say,
Okay.
confident about it. But like if we say one thing in real life, everything is over.
Yeah.
Our
Okay.
reputation.
Yeah. Well, you have an online reputation. You have an online username that doesn't go away. What's up, Ethan? Say it. What's up?
There's no way.
So the thing is that the teacher is a little concerned about me having no one around to talk with.
Okay.
I'm your friend.
Yeah, we're your friends.
Is there any way I can get a friend?
Yeah,
Sure.
like
Yeah. Okay. No. It's a good point. Like, I agree. You should have like IRL friends and whatnot, like real life, like people that you talk to. But,
for now, really?
friendships form based on common interests, is what they are. So, for instance, like, what do you like to do? Like, even like playing Fortnite that's a thing. Like, do you have other people at school that also play Fortnite?
They just talk about it. They don't play it.
Oh, they don't play it. Well, do you have like a gaming club at your school? Do you have a club where like people like or like a computer club or something?
They have a chess club, but I never joined that because
You
I
should
didn't
join
even
the
know
chess club.
back then.
Yeah, but see, okay,
I wish
haha,
I
cool. You didn't know chess, but how many games of chess have you played on this Discord now?
Countless of times.
Countless times, right? Exactly. So that's
I
cool.
find like
So
the same people. I want to.
you want to what?
I want to play with different people. That's it.
Well, I think
No,
the
listen,
this
trust
this
me, bro.
this
I did
this
a chess club my middle school year. That shit's amazing.
yeah exactly. Initials right. Yeah, like
It's so much fun, even just getting to go to the tournaments. You don't even
Yes.
have to play. It's just
yeah,
fun being
yeah.
there.
It's just fun, yeah. So Ethan, this is a great opportunity here because now you know how to play chess because you've played it enough on our Discord. Go to the chess club at your school. You know, your teacher can't say you don't have friends if you go to chess club. You know, just like you'd be like, he goes to chess club. And you may meet some people that are cool, and then that's a shared interest. You know.
Ethan, you need to do me a favor. Like, go to a random person. Talk to them, and talk to them.
You
Go up
might-
to a random person, then goes underwater.
You're not buzzing
No
up.
bitch is cold.
Your mind is buzzing.
Oh,
Oh.
he has to go. He has to go up to a random person, then go underwater.
What? the fuck?
Bro,
What are you-
bro.
What are
We
you
Smoking,
bro.
dude. Gagu, what's up?
My phone is about to die, so I might have to go
Bro.
soon.
Okay,
Tell me if I-
I will. Don't worry. I'll tell you if you win.
We
Don't worry.
broke him, dude.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Ethan, don't worry. Your teacher's looking out for you. Like when the teachers talk to their parents, they're just telling they're just telling your parents what they see of you in class. You know, it's the same reason. Like if your parents were to come to me, I would tell them that like Ethan is very bright. He's very smart. He participates in all the activities. He asks questions that are beyond his level, and like he's one of the most successful people in my server. Because that's how I see it. You know, what your teacher sees you in class, you know, that's just what they're gonna tell them. But that's okay. Don't worry too much if your teachers are telling your parents that you have no friends, because like I think that's false. you have a lot of friends.
I think they're just looking out for your best.
Yeah, they're just looking out for you.
Done. That's my question, Gold.
Should I keep?
Oh.
Should I continue to pursue a girl who's 18 and keep trying, or should I give up? Oh man, this is a loaded one.
How old are you?
I think Texas, the rule is 2 years. 2 year difference? Is that what it is? I forget when I was. I don't know.
It's 2 years, and they do have a Romeo and Juliet, if I remember.
They have a Romeo and Juliet clause. Yeah. Yeah, this is where I don't legally want to get into trouble for things, but in general, like, doesn't matter, like, whatever situation you're in, you shouldn't be really chasing people. Is kind of like my whole thing. Like, if you should be just working on yourself. Like, the right person, you won't have to chase. They will just naturally be attracted in your presence of things. You know, if I know it's common to, you know, the old school ways of thinking of, you know, you had to like convince someone to like you. You shouldn't have to convince someone to like you. They should just like you.
How the fuck does Third
think
Maiden give such good relationship advice? Like, what
That's
is
pretty
this?
good advice, but I think mine's better. If they reject you, hunt them down and take their organs.
Oh my god.
I agree. I agree.
All right, what were you gonna say, Ramton? Was Ramton? What were you gonna say?
Yeah, that's
Don't hunt their
Don't-
organs, please. Don't do that.
yeah. I think
Harvest
in
their
general,
liver.
like it has to be a two-way street.
Yes,
right?
love
Like,
is not a one-way
I mean,
street.
Even if it works out in the beginning, like regardless of like, let's just leave the kind of complete age out of it. Like
Sure.
regardless, it's
Regardless
just
of
a
age, yeah.
kind of lifelong, I guess. You kind of try to imagine a future with the person who just kind of didn't want to be with you in the first
Yeah.
place, right? And even if you convince them, you're always gonna have the doubt of like,
Do they
did
actually
they
like
ever
you?
change their mind, or it was just like the convenient choice, right? So
Mhm.
you kind of want to create that. I mean, there's always going to be a little bit of convincing, right? Because
Yeah.
that convincing part is like you're kind of trying to, you know, you're trying to present yourself.
Yeah, there's still the dating aspect. Like you should still like try to take the person out to dinner. Like you should still like do nice things. You know, I'm not saying that like you just sit back and be like, all right, where's my partner?
5 years later, you're 27. No, I don't mean that way.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
I
like,
know he's always
age
joking,
is not
dude.
life, not like,
Yeah. He says he's giving you life advice for when you get older.
yeah, like whether in your late teens, 20s,
Yeah,
30s.
30s.
When you're
not
in your
like
30s and you're
big
the
difference.
best in life.
Yeah. It's not a one-way street. People don't chase. Don't chase. Just attract, gravitate. Let me see what Noise is saying, and then we gotta probably wrap this podcast up soon here.
Oh wait, go real quick. I need you to look at my amazing recommended for you page in office hours.
Okay, I'll check that. What is this? The nursing home? Jesus Christ! What is that game?
Oh,
All right,
yeah, one
Noise.
quick.
What's up, Initial? What's up?
Is that like a website for this place? It's under the logo.
Yes,
Or is
that's
just
how
the
you can
link
get to the
server?
that's how you can get to the Discord. That's how you can get to the Discord. Yeah.
Do we not like have just an about me kind of webpage?
We do. That's if you take the Discord out and you just go to actual.education, that's a website. Or I think you can go to actualeducation.net. That's another one that works. I have a bunch of websites. But that if you want to look at that, here, let me show that real quick before I go into Noise's thing. Yeah, if you just go to actual.education, this will pull up a cool little website that like kind of explains what we do, you know, why it's good for you and stuff. So you can always you can show this to your parents and whatnot. If they ever wonder like what's this thing that my kid spends all the time on, like this is what it is. And we have like
I don't think they care.
well, they should
Well,
care.
yeah,
We've got a cool little
shutdown.
we got a little
Shit.
demo reel here. I made this beautiful little demo
gotta-
reel about you guys, you know.
You gotta add Rampant to the our team as versatile.
Did you make sure to mention how bitchless you are in the demo?
Yeah, oh my god.
Nah. That's because he bought a calculator.
It's a very important.
This is what I showed to the whatever the donors and stuff. You can show it to your parents.
All
All right.
he did was bring a calculator.
No.
To
Yeah,
Wait,
let me
wait, TK, you can be
Let
in.
me see. Natalie, oh wait, where is it? Natalie loved music too. I bought her a turntable. That's dope. She didn't know that CD was rare, but oh, see, this is an example. It's a pretty nice one. Yeah. What was it? Audio Technica? What was it? ATLP 120.
LP.
LPs are cool. LP 120 Audio Technica. See, Noise. This is an example of like a good memory that like you have with someone. You know, even though they're gone, you know, and they're not with us anymore. This is cool that you have this memory that like you improve somebody's life by like, you know, buying them, you know, an experience. Like turntables are dope. I used to have a pair of Technics. Yeah, these look like the Technics. Honestly, these are very cool. Is it a direct drive or a belt drive? Do you know? Oh, it's direct drive. Nice. Yeah, direct drive's nice. Yeah, these are good for scratching. Good for doing the wicka stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I used to have these. I'll show you them. I had the Technics 1210s. I think I had the Mark 3s, or I had the M3Ds. Yeah, they're not very cheap now. Yeah, it's like $700. Ooh, I need this. Someone want to buy me one of these? Oh, yeah, $1,000. It's beautiful though. Oh my god.
$100, man.
Yeah, come on, dude. It's gold, dude. It's a gold turntable. Please, please. This is the partnership I need, dude. I need this partnership.
I have that, but in different colors.
I don't get allowance.
You don't get an allowance? I never got an allowance either. I was poor. I was always poor. Steady poor boys. Poor boys.
That's dope.
All right, cool. Let me see. Let's we've been an hour and a half. Let's maybe like wrap up the podcast. This is fun. I've really enjoyed. What's up? What's your question?
I didn't get my question.
What's your question, Riplaw? Tell me it. Huh?
You know, you never answered Ari's question. Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Probably the egg. I think the egg came first.
Finally, somebody who's smart enough to understand it was the egg.
I think it's the egg. It's the egg.
Yeah,
Everybody else
if you want to talk about evolution.
Yeah.
Existent.
Ramton, sorry. If you want to talk about evolution, what?
Oh yeah, I was saying like.
Oh yeah, true. It is just a battle of religion versus science.
Yeah, Ramton. What is it? Let's listen. Let's listen to Ramton. Let's listen to Ramton.
Yeah, I think for me, because like technically, like scientifically speaking, the transition from like the first species has to come from somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah.
And that would be through what's it called? Like offsprings. Like it's not the biological differences is not going to be significant through the lifetime of one animal. So like the different types of breeding and the genetic mutation will happen when there is a new like born baby. And so technically from scientific standpoint should be the egg. I also heard the same thing from someone who studied like evolutionary biology. I mean, given we don't know, but that would make sense.
Well, I think it's a question of religion versus science. Religion would say that God had put the chicken there first, while science says it was the egg, and it was throughout, like you said, genetic mutations. So it's just about what do you believe in.
Okay, that's interesting. I mean, I don't know, but I'm not the one to discuss like religion too much, but
yeah.
Oh no, I hate those discussions because no matter what, it always ends in somebody being soured.
Yeah, someone's yeah, I know. Well, you know, it's. I believe all religions are kind of this, like we're all pointing at the same thing. We're just calling it something different. Everyone's pointing at the sun, but they're calling it like Muhammad, Jesus, or I don't know, whatever, like Moses. Like they just call it different things.
Check office jet.
Moses is a god?
I think he's like the Jewish like god, not Jewish.
I think
god,
he's only a prophet.
Prophet, whatever, something. Let me see. Riplaw's question. Here, let me. One second. Let me get to Gagu. What's it? Actualation.net. There you go. What's up, dude?
Why could you choose 4 people instead of 2 this time? Like for the
Yeah, we could probably choose 4. Yeah, let's do it. All right, here we go. Riplaw. Will the actions we take today be enough to forestall the direct impacts of climate change, or is it too little, too late? I like, someone asked us about climate change. It's a popular topic.
It was me who asked, what do you think about climate change?
I think you did it. It's okay. It's okay to ask multiple questions about the same thing. It's okay. Because, maybe Riplaw wasn't here last time. There's like a climate change like breaking point. I think we're past it. Okay, here. It's called the tipping point or something. Yeah. There's a... Yeah. Oh, man. There's like a graph of this, though. Where is it? Tipping point. Yeah, there is a point of like no return. And I believe there's a... It has to do with... There's like a temperature that we hit. Climate change tipping point. Wait, global warming...
The Willow Project might have also pushed us over the limit.
Dude, where is this graph, dude? There was this graph. Man...
Actually, this is a kind of interesting point. So like,
yeah.
I don't know. I think I don't have expertise in this area.
Right.
But
it's a bifurcation, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a thing called bifurcation, which I can talk about some stuff because I studied a whole bunch of stuff on bifurcations.
That's cool.
And like the I mean, if we ever talk about imaginary stuff, I can talk about the Mandelbrot set.
Ooh,
But
yes,
even
the
if it's not
Mandelbrot.
Mandelbrot, I can talk about just like the what's it called? There's a map. I always forget the name of this map. The logistic map. There we go. The logistic map. That is also a cool, simple thing to explain bifurcation. We could always somewhere.
Oh, this is it, dude. I love this graph. This is such a cool graph. Do you see this graph? So this is like time, like early time starts back here, and then it comes forward to here. And so as the Earth moves forward, right, there's like kind of a stable, like pocket it sits in terms of temperature. But if we start doing stuff where, for instance, we keep burning coal, we keep fucking up the environment and like destroying the forest and stuff, then we create this hole that like the Earth just falls into, and then you can't get out. That's what like that's what the tipping point is, Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's cool, dude. That's a cool part. Nice.
Bifurcations are cool. There's a lot of cool applications in nature, both in terms of like synchronicity, where things tend to sync up, or when things tend to become catastrophically like devastating, like airplane wings as well. Like there's different types of bifurcation. Like that's a kind of like a end of undergrad, because bifurcations in nonlinear dynamics although it's very simple in terms of like actually explaining it, it does draw on a lot of prior math stuff that you need to know. But like we could kind of like get around that and at least discuss some of the applications without having to discuss too much math in it.
Yeah.
Let's have the really cool applications.
Yeah, let's do for the next one. Because I know we were gonna do the group theory thing, but then we went into group therapy, which I'm totally cool with. I love group therapy.
Yeah. I'm hoping everyone feels better. Like,
yeah,
don't come after me.
No, dude, no. It's the good Samaritan. It's the Good Samaritan clause, dude. That's what it is. The Good Samaritan clause. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna answer Habib's question, and then we'll do the best question giveaway. All right, last one from
That's
Habib.
the answer for my question?
That is the answer for your question. Yeah. Well, we'll do the bifurcation thing. I'll do that. We'll do a whole lesson on that one. That would take like 30 more minutes. In terms of like, do I think we've gone too far? I think we're still okay technically, but if we keep going down the path, like we're gonna be screwed. I'm not a super okay. Habib says, what would you go back and change about AE at the beginning? Okay, cool. If I were to redo it all again, if I were to put a time machine back 2 years ago, I probably would have started working on partnerships earlier, is what I would have done. I would have, because it's getting difficult to do things nowadays in the financial climate that we're in because a lot of people are losing money. A lot of companies are laying off people. A lot of banks are going under. The economy is not in the best place, and so people are probably less likely to part with their money for philanthropic desires. But had I really been pushing this, let's say like a year and a half ago, which I don't know if I could have been because like we weren't as big as we were, that would have been more ideal because the government was giving out tons of cash for stuff, and people just had all this extra money floating around, and I'm pretty sure it would have been easier for them to throw it at me. That's probably I would have started on partnerships earlier. That's what I would have done. It's okay.
We are hitting rock bottom soon, so
yes. So the only way is up.
Yeah, the only way is up. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Another thing would have been you would have contacted me earlier.
There you go. I would have. Yes. Yeah. My biggest regret is not finding Ramton earlier, dude.
I'm finding you, to be honest.
That's true. Yeah. Well, again, and I had to get this to a level such that it showed up in the Twitch front page, right? So everything happens for a reason. I have a whole philosophy in life of like no regrets. Like I don't regret anything. Like no regrets. Everything's an experience. But like if I was able to go back and do it again, that's what I would do. And then what is your proudest accomplishment with AE? Oh, that's cool. I think all of you are my proudest accomplishment, honestly. Like the fact that we have, what is it? Almost 1,200 students in a Discord. I could have never thought that. That's the biggest accomplishment. The biggest accomplishment is I got 1,200 students into a Discord, and it's kind of like it's very cool that y'all like interact with each other on your own. Like I don't force this. Like y'all just do it. That's like cool. It's super cool to me that like a community was created.
And it's just
that,
because
like,
this all started with me.
yes, it's because of all of you guys. All of you guys are the reason why. You know, that's my proudest accomplishment. Yeah. Cool. All right. Sick. Okay. Let's.
Did you choose for people this time?
Yeah, let's do let me do a special one here because like, you know, everyone had like really good questions and whatnot. I'm gonna put I don't want to pick like a best one here because we had like so many different heavy topics and whatnot. I'm just gonna put everyone that asked a question in the spinner wheel. Is that cool? You guys like that?
That'll be.
Yeah, is that dope?
I
Okay,
feel
cool.
so, but then
Habib,
a lower chance.
Gagu. It's a lower chance, but honestly, like you all ask good questions, and I don't want to like put everything in. I don't want to put an importance on things. I know Noise asked one. I know Habib did. I knew Gagu did. I know that. I know Ethan did. I know Teacup did. Who else asked a question that was really cool? I'm trying to think. I guess Ari technically asked about the chicken or the egg. That is true. Let me see. Noise, Teacup. Yeah, good.
I asked a question.
Slimy King, I know, asked a question for sure.
Can we see the spinning wheel?
So did Riplaw. We are gonna, yeah, well, give me a second. Oh, sorry. You're right. There you go. Riplaw. And Slimy. I think Slimy asked a question. Okay, cool. I think it's everyone that asked a question, yeah? Pretty good? Spin her up.
There we go.
There we go. Yes, who's gonna get the prize of this time? Hey, it's Ethan. Good job, dude.
Yes, I'm true. Yes, this is my dream come true.
Congrats.
My dream come true.
Your dream come true, yeah. See, Ethan, talk about your problems, dude, and you two can win prizes. Good job, guys. All right, cool. All right.
So this is the gift card? Is this the gift card?
I think this one's the Nitro. You get a month of Nitro, is what the final one is. Oh man.
Or what if we just change that?
We could, but I don't know. I like giving away Discord Nitro. It helps me out too. So plus you get a fancy thing next to your thing. Yeah, it's all good.
I'm
Okay.
not even in this.
You use Discord a lot. You'll like Discord Nitro. Don't worry. Like it's great. Oh, also you can also boost the server, and then you get like a fancy thing next to your name, which also Ethan then enters you into the drawing every month that we have for the supporters. So it's like a recurring thing. Cool.
All right.
Awesome.
But
Okay.
I just wanted.
All right.
I just wanted to change it.
Cool. Thank you everyone for coming to the Golden Hour podcast. Had a lot of fun with you guys. A lot of fun talking. Rampton, you want to say anything? Any closing remarks?
No, I hope everyone enjoyed this stream.
Yeah, I think it was. I think this did very well. I think we hit on a lot of, less science and math topics, but we hit on a lot of like emotional support topics, which I'm super here for. It's a big part of like what we do here. I say I'm a tutor first, but I'm also basically a social worker.
Yeah, I think that hopefully if everyone feels more engaged,
yeah,
I feel like they'll be more tempted to learn math also because
yes,
I feel like there is this, as you said, there's this stigma that the science community is like a bunch of people who like don't talk to each other.
Nerds.
And the reality is that if you're in academics, there's like super close friendships. A lot of people like talk to one another and everything. So I feel like this is good rap for saying that if you want to be like learning math and everything, it doesn't have to just be about math, right?
Yeah,
once in a while we can talk about stuff, and then the next session hopefully everyone's gonna be like more engaged, be like they feel closer to everyone else, so then we can talk about some math and cool stuff.
Yeah, I'd say it's getting the foot in the door. It's like get people comfortable, people are friends, and then you're like, hey, you want to learn about the Riemann sum? They're like, yeah, yeah, man. Yeah. What's up, Riplaw? What'd you say?
Talking about nerd stuff is weird.
Yeah, it's okay, but we're gonna make it normal. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of this Discord. It's like it's not. It shouldn't be weird. Like you'll eventually get to the point where you're like, it's just normal. It's just math stuff. Math is cool. Okay. Cool. Thank you everyone for coming. Next stream is gonna be tomorrow for office hours. That'll be at an hour later. So that's gonna be 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you got any math questions, science questions, come by. We'll help you out. If you found us here on Twitch, that link right above, that's how you can join our Discord, and you can find out about all the cool things we do, earn prizes, bunch of fun shit. We have a great time. And yeah, also we'll be doing Roblox tomorrow. Roblox is the game. I think Ethan wants to show us the super crazy hard doors level 200 or something. So is it easy? I heard it's super hard. I'm down to check it out.
Nah, it's easy.
It's easy? Okay, cool.
It's not super hard. It's just that depending on the players, it can be hard.
Yeah, can be. All right. All right. Have a great rest of your Thursday. I will see you guys on Friday. Peace out.
I'll DM you. I'll DM you what I actually want.
You're good.